Bow bow. Zoink. This shit's on Punk Hazard. So tacto. And I'm like, when did you do? Captain. Boom. Psst. The way this shit is ending right now. Peak fiction. Biggest L of my fucking life. I was no, not for this chapter as well, bro. I'm gonna kill myself. So I just sat here, right? Bear in mind, everyone's been hyping up this chapter to me. I'm such a dummy, bro. I was filming, right? Oh, I thought I was filming. I wasn't. Okay, sorry, let's just cut to the chase. I clicked start virtual camera instead of start recording. This actually sucks. Like, this actually sucks. But let's read it. I want to talk about it. 'Cause, to be honest, I wanted to start doing, like, more post-chapter discussions anyway. So let's talk about it, okay? Anyway, let's talk about it. Because, no, I'm not even gonna go. I'm not rereading it to lie, by the way. I'm rereading it to talk about what actually the fuck happened. First of all, Momo did his thing. Momo's been doing his thing for the whole of the... This is like when I talk about the end. This is fine. Fucking sucks. Been doing his thing in silence this whole time. Actually deep it. He gave up. That made me so sad. I was filming at that point, right? He gave up his entire childhood, essentially. You can't have a relationship. It's always going to be predatory. I don't know if anyone's thought about that, but it's actually very tapped. Well, not never, but just, like, not for, like, the next, like... 20 years, so tapped. Anyway, Momo's been doing his thing in silence, bro. And now he's pulling it, not even just supporting it, pulling it to this thing. Big Mom got knocked off her feet. I said embarrassing to this shit, bro. This thing made me laugh because it seemed like opposite their personalities had switched. Because it's like, I'm not your opening. I feel like I'm getting back into it now. I'm like doing the same shit I did when I first saw it. I'm not your opening act. Who cares about that? It's not important right now. It's like, you know how I talked about kids' character development right at the end? That I thought Law was saying this originally and I was like, wow, they've really switched, but like, no, kid's still kid, so it's still cool. Then I deeped her arm, bro, and then they deeped it and I was like, I know. And then she does this shit and I'm just like, huh? Like, is she just invincible, bro? Like, what's the point? Then we get here, right? And I'm like, oh, the fuck is he gonna do? The fuck is he gonna do? I'm like, what, that wasn't your best attack? That wasn't your best attack. I told you not to give me orders, blah blah blah. She calls them all. This shit is cool, man. It's like spherical. It's like spherical beams. That doesn't happen often. And then this is cool. I didn't even speak about this at the time. Him jumping off here is cool. This shit looks cool, man. I guess it's lightning. It's like a spherical lightning, but that's cool. I didn't even say that the first time. Okay, we've sunk hundreds of people just like you into the sea. Now this is starting to give me vibes of like all the old head versus like the new, like, do you know what I mean? Like, we're getting there, right? Coal panel. Then we get here. This shit was so cool. I was like, and he imprinted it. I was like, oh, he has magnetism. South Pole, North Pole, right? Bow, bow. When he first did magnetism, right, when he first awakened, did he do that? Or is this like an extra strong magnet? 'Cause I'm thinking extra strong. Bow, bow, zoink. I can't get loose. I'm thinking. And then she just, bow. She lifts it up. She lifts up the whole wall, bro. Put some respect on her name. I'm glad she didn't go out sad. Because she still went out, like, I'm glad. Like, she's still the one. She's never looked uglier than this, though. Jesus. And then Mother's Visit Cannon. I'm like, the fuck is that? It's just, what is this even made of? Soul? How's that work? What colour is it? It's alive, blah, 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 blah. Then tacto. And I'm like, when did you do? Bro, bow. And then when it coats it, it's like, look at the speed. I didn't even deep it the first time with his leg, right? Gets up in the air. Boom. And then I seen this. And I thought, I didn't even speak about it. Momo, that's Zunisha. That's Zunisha. That's Zunisha. Someone is calling out to me. That's Zunisha. Anyway, I seen this, I was like, is that a spike coming from the ground? I start thinking, what does that have to do with Zunisha? That's what I start thinking, right? And Yamato says, what is that? I didn't even, let's just coming straight down, okay? Because I thought it was coming up, because this makes it seem like a spike. Then, I looked at this page immediately, and like, oh, it's Law. Law is, nah, bro. This shits on Punk Hazard. This absolutely shits on Punk Hazard. Law has the best range ever, bro. Like, Law's range is top of the top of the top. Okay, and then he does this, what are you doing, Captain? And they're all like, oh, stressed. And when I get to when I'm actually supposed to read it, bro, fuck off. Actually, fuck off. Not only that, look at this, going out sad. She's not, that's my whole point, she's not going out sad, that's why I like this. Where that giant hole, I didn't even see that. Left a crater from a, fuck off. Do it, Eustace, working in tandem. And then he's made some fucking beam gun out of fucking nothing, right? Your era is over. Let's talk about it. The way this shit is ending right now. Peak fiction. So we got Momo with Zunisha. Zunisha's about to pull up. That's honestly what I'm most excited about. We've destroyed because when I say we, I tend to mean Luffy and the Straw Hats. I speak like I'm gang. Do you know what I mean? They're my lot. Law and Kid fucked up an Emperor of the Sea, a blood clot Yonko. Your era is over. Are we deep in like the actual situation of what's happening once we're leaving? Are we actually deep in it? Because I can't lie. Okay, what do you think? So my personal thing is, my issue with this is we're either completely dissolving the Yonko as a thing, in which there's not just the 4 strongest pirates, right? And you kick one out, you get one in. We're just not doing that anymore, which is what I maybe think an actual new era. So we're not in the whole Yonko situation anymore. Because if we were, just because they beat her in a tag team, them two beating her in a tag team doesn't necessarily mean like either of them is stronger than Kaido, for example. Like even when Luffy beats Kaido, Luffy's the guy, we're never doing that. Don't try to tell me Luffy shits on these two, I don't even care. Luffy for sure, Yonko. But there's no reason why Kaido would have to drop out to make room for Law or Kid. Does that make sense? He's still top 4 strongest, no? Even post Luffy beatdown. Do you see my point? Like, I don't necessarily mean that we have to replace people. I think like whole new era. I'm saying like all these men are gone. Because actually they can get locked up if they're super fucked up. Because all the world government's outside chilling. I mean, it's just a new era. There's no Yonkos, none of this. It's just new, fresh. No emperors, just, do you know what I mean? Like, I have a Zunisha theory. My theory is Zunisha, way back when, was a person of great significance and importance 800 years ago. Right before, well, 900 to 800. 900 to 800, not 800 to 700. Where is the blank century? Before, after, mid, don't care. Like 750 to 850? What are we doing? Anyway, I think during the blank century, a person of great importance was defeated, and their punishment was to be sort of given this devil fruit that basically allows them to have 0 free will over their body whilst being completely conscious, because that's an awful thing, and then sent to the seas to wander as punishment, right? That's a grand punishment. Then when they spoke about it being awakened, maybe they've gained consciousness, and maybe that's what's happening, and then that's why they're now pulling up. Maybe that's what I think. I was gonna look more into it, but anyway, let me know if you have any Zunisha theories. I'm sorry that I wasn't filming. I'm really annoyed at myself. At least it won't happen again though. It's happened once, can't happen again. Listen, this is just like, I'll put respect on Kid's name. I didn't think I would. I will. I'll put respect on Kid's name. I've always put respect on Law's name. Law's always been it. Law's always been the one. Again, character development from Kid. Like, I don't care that it was the last, like, yeah. I might even like him now. I'll be honest with you, I might even like him now. We are ending this strong. One Piece is the best, okay? One Piece, peak fiction, the best, don't care. One Piece fans just never be disappointed. That's all it is. The only disappointing thing that's happened in all of Wano, to me, is that Kinemon was alive. And I liked the guy. That pissed me off. That was too happy-go-lucky. Also, it's not even important. Like, he's just alive to be alive. What has he done for the plot since he's been brought back to life? Anyway, I'll see you next week. What do you think we're getting next week? I'm thinking Big Loof. No, Zunisha's pulling up. I'm thinking Zunisha. Bro, as soon as we... I thought we were going to have to leave to get back into all that shit. No, immediately into that. So fucking excited. Okay, I'm going to leave you now. Let me know your thoughts on the chapter. Yeah, just 10 out of 10. Excellent. Peak fiction. The best. I will see you next week. And next time I'll click start recording. Bye.